Hello, welcome to another episode of Betting on Golf with RJ McCullough. Last week got kind of screwed at the end there. JT looked like he had everything wrapped up, just pretty much choked in the final round. Unfortunately, JB Holmes, the slowest golfer that has ever golfed a golf ball, he ended up with a win, but what are you going to do? It's going to happen. It's the second time we've come really close to a win and gotten a second. The previous one was with Adam Hadwin when Adam Long, I think his name was, got the win. Uh, anyways, the week itself was really good. We had our top five was second, fourth, ninth, and 28th. So 4 out of 5 were in the top 10, and the matchups were 3-0. So you can't really ask for much better than that. This week we have the World Golf Championships Mexico Championship. It is at the Club du Golf Chapultepec. It's a 7,345 yard par 71 course. There is no cut because it's a limited field, 70 players. And another thing that's limited is the history here at this course. It used to be, this WGC used to be played at Trump's course in Doral, and then they moved it to this course in Mexico. So I like the little bit of irony there, moving it from a Trump course to a course in Mexico. There isn't really too much to say in terms of the course and stuff. We only have, as I said, a few years of history. The winning scores are 16 under and 14 under. Phil won last year. DJ won 2 years ago. Field is obviously really good. Bryson, Tony Finau, Tommy Fleetwood, Ricky Fowler, DJ, Brooks Koepka, Hideki Matsuyama, Rory, Phil Mickelson, John Rahm, Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas, Tiger Woods. Those are just a few of the names. We're back to more of a normal TV schedule again this week, despite the tournament being in Mexico. But in terms of the handicapping, let's just get right to it, okay? So my top 5 this week. Number 5 is Xander Schauffele. He comes in at 20-1 in the betting odds. Recent form, 15th, 10th, and 25th in his last 3 starts. Tournament history, in the last 2 events here, he's played in one of them, an 18th place finish. Sim rank, 1st, stats rank, 8th. Number 4 this week for me, Hideki Matsuyama. Hideki is 25-1. His recent form, 9th, 15th, 3rd, and 51st, and tournament history of 25th. His sim ranking is 5th, and stat ranking is 3rd. 3rd place this week, I have Rory McIlroy. Rory is 10-1 in the betting odds. His recent form, 4th and 5th, his last 2 starts. Tournament history of 7th. So, obviously looking good. Sim rank, 3rd, stats rank, 9th. Number 2 this week, John Rahm. He is coming in at 14-1. His recent form, 9th, 10th, 5th, and 6th. That's 4 straight top 10s for Rahm. Tournament history, 20th and 3rd in the 2 events held here. Expect him to have a big week. His sim ranking is 4th. His stats ranking is 11th. And my number 1 guy, he was number 1 last week too. Should have won, didn't. Justin Thomas. He's coming in at 10-1. Recent form, 2nd last week, as I mentioned. 3rd the week before. And 16th, his start prior to that. Last year in this event, he finished 2nd. And the year prior to that, he finished 5th. So a lot of seconds. Another 2nd for JT. His sim ranking is 2nd. And stat rank is 1st. So there you have it. There's my top 5. Schauffele, Matsuyama, McIlroy, Rahm, and JT. Players I like this week. Players with good value. Charles Howell III at 50-1. I like Cameron Smith at 66-1. And Phil Mickelson, the defending champ, is at 28-1. Guys I do not like. I don't like Brooks Koepka. He hasn't played much recently. I could end up sticking my foot in my mouth with this because obviously he's such a good golfer. But leaning against him this week, Louis Oosthuizen, not a big fan of him this week either, and Hao Tong Lee. Those are the 3 players I would avoid. This week's matchups. Again, 3-0 last week on the matchups. Hopefully keep it rolling this week. I like Charles Howell III to take down Louis Oosthuizen. Matt Kuchar defeats Patrick Reed. And Tiger Woods defeats Brooks Koepka. That brings us to the year-to-date. My 5 picks. We have 2 wins. 20 of the 35 players in the 7 events that we've picked. That's 5 an event. 20 of those players have finished in the top 10. That's a pretty good batting average. And in matchups, another good batting average there. 13, 5, and 2. If you would like to see everything, the full research, full spreadsheet, tournament details, tee times, full field, all that good stuff, check out teeingoffblog.com. I have a blog up there right now that you can take a look at. Other than that, thank you for listening, watching, etc. And I will talk to you next week. Hopefully, we can win some money.